Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. I know many people are really focused on this fight coming up this weekend, which is Islam Makhachev against JDM, which is a very big fight, actually, a massive fight in the welterweight division. But earlier last month, a fight was scheduled, a fight was made official. And we have been talking about fights of the year. And this year has given us a lot of great fights, a lot of them. But for me, nobody is talking about this fight because for me, this is an underrated fight, which for me as well, I think this is going to be the fight of the year, which is in UFC Fight Night. Arman Tsarukyan is taking on Dan Hooker, and two of them, they don't like themselves. And we all know when a fight is being made and two of the fighters they have bad blood, that fight tend to deliver. As a fight fan, I love it when fighters get things personal with themselves. And there have been a lot of talk about this fight between two fighters, and people are not giving this fight a lot of credit. I know we have been taking this fight could easily be a main event in a pay-per-view, a massive main event in a pay-per-view, but UFC made this a fight night to be a number one contender for the lightweight division. And I don't know why people are not talking about this. Maybe because of Ilia Topuria is being looked at because of his current situation with his wife, and looking for Paddy Pimblett or Jotsin Gedi, which one of them will be the number one contender. But this fight is not being talked about, and I find it very surprising, because Arman Tsarukyan, who is 22 and 3, 29-year-old, I can't remember his last fight he lost. I think his last fight he lost was against ex-champion Islam Makhachev, which was also scheduled for them to fight again before he had this injury, and it was so painful for him because he has worked so far, he has worked so hard to get into this level, and on the day of the fight, he was injured, and that thing got UFC really pissed off. But let's not neglect the fact that Arman Tsarukyan has defeated Charles Oliveira, has defeated Dariush, has defeated almost all the lightweight division contenders, almost all of them, and people are not giving him credit for that. This is the person that is supposed to fight Ilia Topuria, and Ilia Topuria has been avoiding this guy. So UFC is giving him another chance to be able to fight for the title again, which is a very good thing for UFC, and a very good thing for Arman Tsarukyan, because that guy has already earned a position to fight for the belt, for the title. But it comes with a very difficult task. And if we're talking about difficult task, we're talking about somebody who brings the A game every time he steps into the ring, and there is nobody that can do it better than Dan Hooker, who is 35 years of age, 24 in 12. I know Dan Hooker has lost a lot of fights, but let's be honest here. Dan Hooker had a run. I don't know, there was something that happened to Dan Hooker which we didn't know about. He said something like that about his personal life and stuff like that, which affected his fight. And Dan Hooker is somebody that fights with injury. Dan Hooker brings it up. Dan Hooker, if he has his one eye ripped off, he's going to fight with the second eye. It is somebody that I know that if you're going to take to war, Dan Hooker is going to give himself for you. He doesn't care. Dan Hooker, if you watch his last fight, his hand was broken. Like, you could see his physical hand was broken, but he was going, and he won the fight. But coming into this fight, we know that Dan Hooker is not an easy matchup for anyone in the division. Not to talk of Arman Tsarukyan. And mind you, we're talking about Arman Tsarukyan, who is going to be the number one contender to face Ilia Topuria, which most of the people believe the only person that can defeat Ilia Topuria in this division is Arman Tsarukyan. But what if Arman Tsarukyan loses this fight? Have you ever thought about that? That's a big let-off for a lot of people, and a big happiness for Ilia Topuria, because we all know this is the most difficult fight for him in the division for now. Although lightweight division has a lot, Paddy Pimblett could be easily one of the most difficult fights for Ilia Topuria. But when you look at these two people facing themselves, it's a massive fight, guys. I don't know why people are not talking about it. I don't know why people are not giving the credit of this fight, and it's just shocking, because if you look at 2025, from the month January down to this moment, there've been a lot of great fights. I can't mention many of them. I will tell you that there have been more than 15 great fights. But for me, this fight for me should be considered the fight of the year. I could be wrong. Yes, I could be wrong, because not every fight we expected to deliver delivered. We all know the thing that happened between Sirigan and Thomas Pinol. We all know what happened between Jamal Hill and Khalil Roundtree. I mean, there are a lot of fights which we thought would deliver that didn't deliver. And but this one, I'm very, very sure. I'm not saying it because of the two of them are very great fighters. I'm just saying it because Dan Hooker always tend to deliver. Their fighters, you always know that when they step into the octagon, they are 100% going to deliver. You see, Dan Hooker, it should be number 1 or number 2. You could talk about Justin Gagey. You could talk about Ilia Topuria. People that you know that when they get into that ring, they are going to go everything. They are going to go for the finish. And we all know, I don't know if it's just me or you guys as well, I like it when a fight ends in knockout. And this fight looks like it's going to end in knockout. This fight looks like it's going to end in blood. And when you talk about Dan Hooker, his fight is bloody. And that's why people pay to watch this guy. This is what people tune to watch the UFC, the MMA. We could talk about many other things, but you see Dan Hooker, most especially this Dan Hooker guy, I don't know. I just don't know why people are not giving credit to this fight. I just really have no idea. And two of them are in the same weight, 70.3 kg. I mean, that's a good weight for two of them. Only that Dan Hooker is a little bit taller than Arman Tsarukyan, but the fight results, the records of two of them is, you know that Arman Tsarukyan has way higher advantage to win this fight than Dan Hooker, because he has not lost a fight in the long run. And guys, honestly, this is a big fight. This is actually a big fight. Big fight. Big massive fight. And I don't know who's going to win. For now, Arman Tsarukyan is a favorite to win this fight. We all know Arman Tsarukyan has been defeating all his opponents. Everyone he has faced, he has defeated them. But we're going to see, because every fight doesn't mean that you're going to win. You're the favorite, yes, but once you step into the octagon, another man can take your head off. Nobody believed that Kamaru Usman would have lost that fight against Leon Edwards after dominating him for 4-5 rounds. Nobody believed that Adesanya would lose against Sean Strickland. Or nobody will also believe that Alex Pereira would have been beaten by Magomadev Ankalaev. There are a lot of things that's why we love the UFC. UFC can always give us this surprising fight. And who knows how it might end. Who knows? This fight might end in Dan Hooker. And if Dan Hooker is going to win this fight, it's going to be knockout. Because Dan Hooker, I don't see him taking Arman Tsarukyan down, because Arman Tsarukyan wrestling is top notch. And we all know Arman Tsarukyan has already wrestled this guy, Khamzat Chimaev, who is a very incredible grappler. And if this fight is going to go down in the ground, Arman Tsarukyan is going to win. But I would love to see two of them stand up. That is why we turn up. And this is why Dan Hooker is considered. If Dan Hooker wants to win the fight, make sure he make this fight a stand-up fight. Make sure that he overtake, he make sure that he defend the takedown super well and put Arman Tsarukyan in a situation where he has to box. Because I've not seen Arman Tsarukyan box very well. Although he's a good fighter standing up, but Dan Hooker is Dan Hooker, man. Dan Hooker is Dan Hooker. But for me, I think the favorite here is Arman Tsarukyan. I just don't know why people are not giving this fight the credit it needs to be given. For me, this is the fight of the year. I don't know about you. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, giving this video a like is for free. Subscribing is for free. We're trying to build this channel. And with you guys, this channel is going to go bigger. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.